Good evening and welcome in to the Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies Global Awesome Healers Training Summit Season 7. It is double debut time, people, both of the speakers and the technique. The name of the game this week is Neuro Chakra Quantum Healing, or NQH, which is a combination of neuroscience, energy alignment, emotional mastery, and quantum principles to empower you in both self-healing and professional healing practices. From releasing weight to chronic pains, from acing exams to breakthroughs in business and career, from saving relationships to recovery from heartbreak, from beating procrastination to easing emotional overwhelm. Neurochakra Quantum Healing is the unique tool or technique helping you to do this. How does this work? That is what we're going to find out from the co-founders of NQH. One is a prosthodontist and implantologist by profession, and the other a professional hairstylist. They met at a healing event, and their connection was instant. Both were seeking deeper understanding and growth and saw how much their individual emotional journeys had in common. And the rest, as they say, was history. Between last night and earlier today, we had two polls on the group, and I'll just give you a quick summary of that. The first one was, do you believe that healing can be scientifically supported? 70% said yes, totally. 22% said, sounds interesting, tell me more. 4% said no, healing is only spiritual, and 4% not sure. And the second poll taken was, which of these best describes your healing journey? 18% said, I've tried a lot, but nothing truly worked. 27% said, some things helped, but I still feel stuck. 18% said, I haven't explored deeper healing yet. And 37% said, I believe real healing is possible, just need the right way. What do these two polls have in connection to today's call? While a bit has been explained on the group, we will understand more, and I am just as curious as you are to find out. And so without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for and join me in giving a warm Mystic Lotus welcome to the duo making their debut on our platform, Dr. Amaey A. Parekh and Pankaj S. Nikam. Hi, Dr. Amaey. Hi, Pankaj. Welcome in.
Hi, Neelu.
Hello. Thank you for having us.
Yes, we are
We're
first of
very
all really
excited.
grateful
We are
to the
so
Mystic
grateful.
Lotus because
Yes.
it's such an amazing platform to be on, and we are really grateful to all of you all, Neelu, Amrish, Siddharth, the whole team.
When we just thought of the process of NQH, the first thing that happened to us was Mystic Lotus. I think this is a manifestation. And today we are here after 6 months, I guess, that we had 4 months that we had discussion, and we were doing this since a year. And today we are here. So it's like I'm getting goosebumps.
Absolutely. It was definitely meant to happen. And we're super excited to have you here for the first time with this technique that you have together co-founded, co-created. And of course, that is what we're going to go ahead to understand. But before we go like into the deep end of the pool with NQH, please share with all of us a little something more about yourselves and what led you to make NQH.
No. So hello everybody. I'm Dr. Amaey, and that's Pankaj with me. So like Neelu just said, that we did have a very coincidental or a universal connection that we landed up coming to, but individually, I think we both had a lot of journey, and that's what led us to to meeting in the first place. So like Neelu said, I have been a dentist for more than 15 years. But everybody has something in their lives that kind of puts them on a twist or puts them on a path. Well, that's exactly what happened. So in spite of everything going really well, unfortunately, I had a lot of personal challenges that came in from the year of 2015. And it took me to a point where I just could not cope. I had to even go for therapy. I had to actually go through a lot of personal emotional issues, relationship issues. And one thing led to another. And I started exploring the world of, healing, the world of energy sciences, right from taking therapy to starting with Reiki, becoming a pranic healer, to learning about the Silva mind system, Ho'oponopono. The thing was, everything was, coming together one after the. A lot of self-discovery was also happening, but the pain, the grief that I was carrying was quite severe. And while it did take a lot of time in 2022, I did break out of the cycle that I was, really going through a lot of the work, the healing systems that I had, learned, the help that I had taken from healers, from therapists, and it did put me on a path. And what I realized is that there is so much in this world, and there's so many things when we consider it's, our feelings, it's our thoughts, the energy systems, all of it coming together. And that was something that I felt was a missing link, or something that was kind of keeping me also, back in what I thought could be the potential to reach to. And I had started working on it since quite some time. And coincidentally, in 2024, after going through all of this turmoil in my life, okay, when I actually landed up losing someone, and I had to, really come through the loss, hope through the loss, that's when I actually even had met Pankaj. And coincidentally,
Even I had similar kind of experiences. I've been in this hair industry for 14 years, and then I was doing law of attraction. The first time when I read the book Secret was, I think I was in 12th grade. And after that, my life literally changed. But I used to read a lot of things, but still I never used to understand what exactly I'm leading to and what is happening. So my life was really good when I was in college. My work, everything was really fine. But then there was a time in my life when I was really mature and when I had like failed relationships. That time I realized that, there is something more deeper to it. Like why this is happening with me. Why am I, if my career is doing really good, I'm amazing in that. Why I'm always attracted to wrong people, and why am I not getting the right one? So there was a time where I was so depressed, and panic attacks, anxiety, all of this used to, and I think all of this started happening during the COVID, from the COVID time. And all of these things failed, one failed relationship, then career was also not, was going down. Again, I was like, why all these things happening? Then there was a time where I met someone in my salon where she was my client. And today I call her my spiritual mother because of her. Today I went into spirituality, and that has changed me. I knew about NLP. I learned about NLP, CBT, law of attraction, manifestation, but energy healing, what is chakras? What are chakras? How energy and how quantum field is. That is where I understood with my client when she saw my energy and when she checked my aura. It fascinated me. I was like, what is this aura? What is this chakra? I knew about chakras, but I didn't know what exactly they do. She introduced me to many people who were healers. I used to live in Bangalore. And then I understood when I started doing this healing work on myself. The first healing work that I learned was Tao Hands healing. It's a Chinese-based healing system. It's about the energies and healing your chakras, your organs, and all of those in your relationship, in your health, in your career, everything. And after that, I moved back to Mumbai. I was in a very happy zone. I was changing. I was having this transition in my life wherein I was feeling very happy within myself. I was so excited to move to Mumbai to start this journey. And then I did this life coaching thing with one of a mentor. And there I met Amay. And then when we shared our experiences together, when we understood that this is something, we both lived a parallel life. We understood that, okay, these experiences you had, I had the similar kind of experiences. And then we sat down together and we were like, I do these clients, and I feel that some clients don't have this kind of towards the healing. Like some feel emotions come back, some feel like, there is some trigger is happening, but it feels so good for a few sessions during therapy, but after 2-3 weeks it comes back. He also had the similar experience when we both are theta level 4. We did that, and in theta we understood that something is more beyond that. Something is more. When we sat down and we started jotting out, because he has learned Reiki, NLP, I think he has learned more than 15 to 20 healing modalities. And I was like, okay, I know like the best of things which I've learned. Why not just like get all together and use our brains and our experiences with our clients and do something which will be like having breakthroughs in that for people.
And that's actually when the discussions, it turned into a brainstorm, started turning into downloads. It just, one thing led to another, and we realized there was something that could bring everything together, something that could amplify, all the healing modalities, if you consider, make them, go faster, give more long-lasting results. And through our discussion, we came up to Neuro Chakra Quantum. And we'll talk about that also very soon, because I'd want to know what others also think, what these three words coming together will mean. And when we started actually doing the healing work together, when we started applying these principles together, we started seeing very quick results, like very fast, very long lasting, just one session. And we were seeing like, okay, people who had been doing work for some time, but suddenly saw these changes. And in fact, even for us, we had started NQH, and that's when we told you in the first meeting also, Mystic Lotus just
Happened.
manifested. And so many things have come after that. So that's how the journey started, and it's been going further and further. And we've had such wonderful experiences with the clients, people who learned NQH and already doing healing for others, for themselves, and that's how the journey actually came into place.
Fantastic. That is amazing. And thank you so much for sharing that with us. And I say amazing and fantastic because everybody has their own path, so to speak. Everybody's experiences are their own. But somewhere I think all of us do have a certain commonality. There is some loss, there is some emotion, there is some anger, there is some stress. So that thread of commonality, when we hear about each other, it is inspirational. So thank you for sharing your journeys with us. And I know that you just said, Dr. Amaey, that I want to know from everybody what they think of neuro, chakra, and quantum. I am going to put that question back to you because we are waiting to hear from you what that means, because you put it together. So okay, let's do this. You tell us about neuro chakra quantum healing, what it is, how it came together, what it does. It will allow us to start asking you questions with it also.
Awesome. So I think what we can do is we can share a little bit of a presentation in between also, so it will help with the explanation. Is that okay?
Yes, absolutely.
Wonderful. So, okay, we're just going to do a little sharing, and we'll understand how NQH came into place, what NQH is all about, why we focus on certain principles in NQH, and how science is an integral part of what we consider healing. And I'm sure that is going to really inspire a lot of whoever is here and who's going to probably watch the recording also, because I'm sure everybody's heard of the word quantum healing nowadays. It's become very, very common. But today
Right.
we're literally going to help people understand what what quantum is all about. So I hope everybody's excited. We are very excited because we are really looking forward to introducing the world of Neuro Chakra Quantum Healing to everyone.
Is everyone
Yes,
ready?
very excited.
Awesome.
Waiting for this.
Thank you so much. All right. So we just do a quick check if everybody can see the presentation. He's going to present
Yes.
it. Awesome. Are we all good?
Yes.
Wonderful. So when we talk about NQH, this is what we are looking. We are looking at everybody becoming the master, whether it's their emotions, whether it's their energy, whether it's their mind. That's the core concept behind NQH and how neuro, chakra, and quantum came into place. So, and since we've already introduced ourselves, once again, thank you everybody for joining in on time and for being such a wonderful audience. So let's consider when we were talking,
we were talking about many healing modalities that we ourselves have learned and we have mastered this. And many of you who are attending this Mystic Lotus summit, they must be also knowing about this and must have practiced or been a practitioner with NLP, Reiki, Law of Attraction, Pranic healing. So what we have done is we have taken the best of all the modalities and we have integrated into Neuro Chakra Quantum Healing. So where, where NLP works mostly on the brain, the neuro, rewiring the brain, we are working on brain. Then Reiki works on more energy. Then we are focusing on energy. And then Law of Attraction, where we work on the quantum world, where we think about manifestation. So we have combined mind, emotion, and energy together and made a structured roadmap where Neuro Chakra Quantum Healing has come into place with the integration of these modalities. You don't have to unlearn anything. Whatever you have learned, Neuro Chakra Quantum Healing will just amplify your learning and upgrade you. This is just an easy step for you to quickly access to NQH, access to quantum world, and help your clients heal them emotionally and if they're energetically stuck.
So here we are talking a lot about integration, and that is going to become the foundation of whatever we talk about today. Because I'm sure everybody here has had some healing experience or is a healer themselves in some form or the other. The thing is, each modality is so amazing. There is so much to learn, there's so much to do. But what if you really could take the best out of the best, bring all of that together and create something that is, a magnification of all of it, or even use NQH to amplify whatever you're doing currently and just accelerate the healing, whether it's in concept of time, whether it's concept of money, concept of distance, whatever it is, you could just accelerate everything. That's how we look at NQH as a modality. It's a system. We call it a system where when you integrate things together, when you bring it as one thing together, you get the maximum results. And how science is going to support that, we're going to reveal very, very soon. Okay. The whole point of it is it's like a chemical bond, everything is coming together and the right molecules are coming together to make something. That's exactly how we kind of made the recipe, so that it actually is convenient to use. And the best part of NQH, whichever we talk about, is it's very highly intuitive, which means that everybody gets an option of working in the way that they would feel most connected to. So, for example, if somebody comes to you who's a client who's extremely emotional, okay, NQH will allow you to adapt your modality from the perspective that the client is very emotional. Or if you have a client who's extremely logical, NQH will allow you to move the modality in a way that you can handle even a logical client. Because for sometimes we may observe that a logical client may not be very receptive to something which is bringing them to a more deeper trance state or something that would require them to emotionally process something. But then the reverse may be true for an emotional person. He may not at that stage of time be in that state to logically understand what's going on. So through NQH, we have considered all of these possibilities as a psychologist, as a healer, okay, and bringing the science factor into it. And that's the integration that we are going to be talking about. Yes. So what is all of this that we are talking about? Okay, we just shared this one video. Okay, before we move forward, she's one of our healers. Okay, who's actually put this in a very perfect way of what we are talking about.
Thank you, Team Mindra, for giving us this opportunity to do this particular integrated healing, because there are so many healing modalities available in the kind of market, I would say. To integrate them all, because we are always confused which modality to go and all that. So to integrate all and bring under one roof is a Hercules task, and you all have achieved it very well. You all have conducted the sessions so well. You all have given us personal attention and also helped us with practical case study solving. So that was the best part of it.
So she's one person who actually put it into the right words, that what we have done is we have integrated things in a way that it becomes easier to tap into. Say, for example, even if you learn one healing modality and you are thinking of learning 2-3 things, through NQH, you can actually diversify and still bring them together. That's the perspective that we're looking at. And that's where this neuro, chakra, and quantum will come into place. So let's understand first a little bit about neuro, because I'm sure the word by itself, everybody's understood. Neuro is all about the brain. Yes. Now, whenever we're talking about healing, okay, we're talking about any client that comes to us, or even when we're looking at ourselves, we all think all the time like there's something that we can't stop. And the thing is, all our experiences, everything that has happened to us, is somewhere stored over here. This is what we work on. This is how we operate. These are patterns that we keep running in our body, in our mind, and ultimately in our life. So whether it's our health, whether it's our relationships, whether it's the finance, we all have certain patterns that we keep running. So whenever we're talking about the brain or the mind, okay, and we'll talk about the difference also. We're considering that in the subconscious mind, all these experiences have been stored. So even if you have a lot of willpower, say you decide I'm going to change today, but if you say you gym for 4 days, you gym for 5 days, but then you'll end up coming back to the old behavior. And the same way, even in your relationships, you decide that I want to have a better relationship, but you'll end up attracting the same kind of partners. You're wondering, I'm doing all the manifestation work, I'm thinking positively, and why am I still not getting the right partner? Or when it comes to your finances, you'll end up making decisions that may ultimately not favor you. This is because of the patterns that we have seen, heard, absorbed, maybe in our childhood from our family, from our caretakers, or from our peers. And all of this is stored in the brain. That's the neuro part.
And we call it as a trauma loop in NQH, because what happens is when all this, as Amey said, 98% of our thoughts, our actions, our emotions, our feelings, is everything stored in the subconscious mind. Whatever event or anything that has happened in the past, it's everything there. So if similar kind of experience that happens in the present moment, like for example, like if someone betrayed you, like some relationship or something like that. So the trauma loop, what it does, it goes back to that incident which happened in the past and tries to make you remember that, oh, you have been betrayed. So same thing is going to happen with you. So what subconscious mind has done, that it likes familiarity. It doesn't want to change you. It is like it's protecting you. It's like giving that, safety mechanism where, okay. So what happens is, what we do in NQH is that we rewire those thoughts. We change those thoughts. Whatever has been come to you with those past conditioning or past patterns, or maybe it is generational that, this happens always with you. So what happens is you are like this. You're a failure. So everything is stuck in your subconscious mind, and then any incident of that similar situation happens, similar pattern happens, the brain reminds you that, oh, this has happened with you. So that is what we work on neuro, where we rewire the thoughts, we change the thoughts, change the pattern through different techniques in NQH that we will talk much further.
So when we're talking about neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself, when you keep doing something, you're literally creating new circuits in your brain so that you start functioning in a different way. The way you think, the way you feel, the way you operate, everything changes. When we consider involving the senses in the right way, we're taking the information and we're processing it in a different way. So we're working on the brain component part of it. And in the mind, we're actually entering a state which allows us to tap into that that energy world, to tap into that rewiring pattern through certain techniques that we do in NQH. Simple ones you'll experience. In fact, today everybody's going to experience that. So please see to it and wait till the end, because we have amazing energy clearing happening where you go into this actual alpha and theta brain waves, which are the actual healing brain waves. There's a lot of studies done on it. And when you go into that state and you do the rewiring, it's much long lasting, it's faster, and you see the effects instantly. So that's when we bring that component in, that's when we're first working on the neuro part of it. So I hope everybody's clear with the neuro concept of where that came in from.
Yes, absolutely. I've been noting a few things here and there. So once you're done, I will bring these questions up, one or two questions that have popped into my head at the moment.
Sure. Okay. So that's where we are working on all the thoughts, all the belief patterns, all the subconscious patterns, and then we move to the energy element. Okay. Now it's very, very important. Like most healers, the first thing that we learn is to work with energy, because energy is the life force. the prana, the chi, the rate, whatever you want to call it. It is the energy that is flowing, that is life force that is flowing through us. And when we just work on the brain, for example, if I'm doing therapy and I only work on the brain, okay, I may miss out on something like this. So the idea is we don't want to miss out on anything. We want to be able to do a holistic approach and work on this, the power system, which is actually running our lives. When we regulate this flow of life through the alignment of the chakra system, okay, tapping into the universal energy, which we call the quantum field or the quantum consciousness. We talk about it on a little bit in just give us some time, because that's something that's really, really important. But we talk on how we tap into this quantum field, which is surrounding us all the time. And everybody, we are going to feel that, okay? We are going to actually do a sensation where we'll start feeling the quantum energy flowing through us.
I would like to add something with this energy active, why we work on energy. As we mentioned, like we work on the brains, and when the subconscious mind, when anything is stored there, and if anything again happens in the future, similar kind of experiences, that emotion or that feeling leaves an energetic imprint in your body, in your aura, in all organs of your body. So that's why it is very important to clear your energy or activate those chakras. Because most of the time during therapies, like when someone is coming for a therapy or some healing work, so you will help by talk therapy, that the client will feel that okay, some kind of emotion has come out. But after a week or so, she'll come back with the same kind of emotion, because that has played like a trauma loop again in her mind, but it has not been removed from her or cleared from her energy system. That's why it is very essential for us to work with the energy when we work on the brain. So where it has been imprinted on the energy itself, the emotion, the feeling, the trauma, everything. So we have to clear those. So that is where we work on clearing the energy and activating the chakras, your meridians and all of those.
Instantly, right? We feel fatigue, and suddenly when you do something like maybe do a small meditation, do a little healing, instantly we see that change because the energy has changed. Whenever we enter a place of worship, we feel that difference. Why? Because the energy of the environment has changed. So we tap into this energy, wherever is the stored energy, the negative energy, whatever is the blockage, we work on releasing that, and using the quantum field, we invite this energy, okay, the cleaning energy, the shielding energy, to protect us, to heal us, to seal the shifts, and we experience all the energy work through this. So even between people, we do healing between people or do self-healing, okay? All of this is the energy component. That's why the chakra system, okay, which is the most basic entry point of the energy system, okay? Of course, there is a lot that we do, but the basic world, because every chakra is literally affecting every area of your life. The more we study about understanding the chakras, we understand how they're connected to the organs, how they're connected to our, to our health, to our finances, to our relationships, to all of it. And this is what we bring about in the flow of life. That's what we call it, the flow of life. Yes. And finally, I think everybody's interested on the emotion and the quantum part. Okay. Now, emotions, I would say, always will win if there's a fight between emotion and logic. Okay, you'll always land up that the emotion will win, because emotions drive behavior more than anything. Everything that we do, I mean, even attending this session, even listening, if you're in a good mood, you'll be able to pay attention more. But if you're not, you'll end up feeling distracted. That's what we all do, right? So your emotion actually drives most of the things that you would do. And whenever you're doing, even say, for example, any form of manifestation work, we always say, okay, you have to think positive, you have to be in the right vibration, you have to be in the right frequency. But what happens when something goes wrong in our life? What happens at that stage of time? Do we change the frequency? And what about the stored emotions? In fact, there's a wonderful book that it was one of the first books I read, and I always quote this, You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. I always refer to this book because she literally has pointed out how disease, okay, this is happening simply because of stored emotions.
Yeah.
When all these emotions gets locked in our body, most of the psychosomatic issues that happen are only happening because of these stored emotions. So any issues, if you do not release the emotion which is connected to that situation in your body, manifestation is always going to get blocked and healing is always going to get restricted. So when we consider this, and on the quantum level, okay, which we are going to talk about, emotion is serving as the energy. It is energy in motion. We call it emotion is energy in motion. And that's what we are going to tap into. So we release all the stored emotions which are blocking us, whether it's your grief, whether it's, anger, whatever it may be, the resentment, because those are blocking us from moving forward. So when we see ourselves, see our clients, we analyze this. We look at the thoughts, we look at the emotions, we look at the flow of energy. And in the quantum world, okay, we call it the quantum field. How can we instantly bring about these shifts? Okay. So in quantum, we'll talk about how there is no concept of time, space, and distance. We'll talk about it soon. And when we bring about these shifts, we are creating a permanent change in the quantum blueprint of an individual. That's what we are talking about. We are causing a change in the quantum blueprint. And that's why the healing is not only instantaneous, but it is long lasting and effective. And that's exactly how neuro, chakra, and quantum came into place. Hope that makes a little sense to everybody who is here, because what we are working on is this triad. We call it the mind, energy, emotion triad. When you work only on one of the pillars, it kind of gives you, of course, it gives you everything, gives you good results. But when you bring everything together, it's like a complete approach. It's like there is no pathway for it to not work on it. You completely covered it from all sides, so you know that the result is bound to come in.
So NQH works on this three important aspect: mind, emotion, and energy.
And that's what we've seen in our healers also. People who already been practicing various healing modalities, when they realize that, okay, you know what, this is something that could be added to what I'm already doing, the result became much faster. The result became easier to understand, or maybe what is the challenge? Like, even in the poll, we saw that people wanted something. They were feeling that they're getting the result, but there's something which is stuck, or they wanted something which is faster. Well, this is the whole perspective. When we were talking about it, it's literally bringing logic and creativity together. It's the yin yang, all the duality that we consider. That's the two of us. We always work that way. I have the logical and he's the creative one, and that's how we bring the energies together. And when we look at this in a very holistic manner, we see the results happening in a much more dynamic way. And that's the basic purpose of Neuro Chakra Quantum Healing. Wonderful.
Absolutely.
Do you want any questions, or should we?
Is everyone with us till now understood the concept of Neuro Chakra Quantum?
Yes, and anybody, and thank you for that, Dr. Amaey and Pankaj. If anybody has any questions till now, please feel free to ask, else we will continue. I had a quick question, since we are pausing for some questions. Initially, as you mentioned, that there's NLP and Reiki, pranic, whatever else you've learned, and there's an integration of all these, the best of the best. Almost quoted Top Gun right now. Sorry, the best of the best in one place. And so does this mean that for somebody to learn Neuro Chakra Quantum Healing, you have to have known at least one of these modalities or all of them?
Not needed.
Absolutely not. In fact, somebody who's
Okay.
never been a healer or had not even experienced healing, okay, the moment they enter NQS, they will realize the world is wide open for them. Okay, and there is no requirement for even whether you're an absolute novice or you're an expert. NQH is open to all, because it is involving all of it. Whatever you need to learn or whatever you need to do as a healer for yourself, for your loved ones, or as a professional healer, is all covered in the training program. So you don't, even if you know nothing, okay, we are actually known for this. We teach you ABCD. That's how we work,
Right,
so that everybody gets the maximum benefit of it. And that's how we look at it, because it is a school,
They will learn how to do the energy healing. They will learn how to conduct the sessions, how to do therapy, everything. So if that person is a beginner, it is like a golden opportunity for them to learn everything at one go.
That's how we look at it. I mean, we literally cover that, how to even build rapport with the client, or how to look at, what are the challenges, okay, when it comes to healing, okay. All of this is looked at. That's the approach that we keep.
right. This is actually one of the primary things that was like running in the back of my mind while you were talking about all this, that okay, do I need to know 10 things in order to take the best from it all, or this is fine? And thank you for that. And TR, I'm sorry, I'm not saying your full name, but how did this Neuro Chakra name come about? Did you put the name together yourself?
I would call it we downloaded from the quantum field. That's the only answer that I can actually give you. Because we were working on, like, okay, there's we definitely want to work on healing. That's the primary connection that we both had. And when we started doing UK, because both of us are NLP practitioners, and I do a lot of research on neuroscience. Okay. So that was something that I really wanted to bring in, because I feel when healing is supported by science, your clients also are convinced, okay, that this is not just something happening. We are actually having something that is backed by actual proof. And he was into chakra healing a lot. He was doing a lot of chakra healing. So we're like, we need to bring this together. So one thing led to another, and the word just came instantly. I think we did not even actually have to think. It just kind of just came, and we're like, this is it. It has to be Neuro Chakra Quantum Healing.
Quantum, just because quantum was too much going on in the quantum. And we also happened to like follow Dr. Joey Dispenza's quantum book. So that we both were fascinated by that book and the whole thing about quantum world, quantum physics, how the waves are, the particles are. And we both have learned theta healing. So theta, in that also we reach the creator, the consciousness, and then that is where the healing happens. So when we also did this theta together and we went to the creator with this, we had this thing that this word literally came in
that's
mind,
equally,
like Neuro Chakra
it just
Quantum
came into
Healing.
us. That's the best way of saying it. And that's what happens. Even in NQH, we do a lot of work which becomes where you tap into your own intuitive abilities, you develop that ability, and you have an inner vision. Okay, this is one of the techniques that we cover in NQH, because see, we all have this potential, we have this power within us. It's just we need to learn how to tune into it.
Everyone is intuitive. The more practice, the more consistency in meditating and practicing this, that power becomes more in
Instant.
everyone.
Yeah. That's one of the things that we cover in NQH as well.
Fantastic. And TR, I hope that answers the question for you. And if I might add, Dr. Amaey and Pankaj, that while you've taken a lot and integrated it, your name is also an integration of everything that you've done, right? So
Exactly.
kind of it's at par with the work that you're doing, really. So
the three that's how the triangle formed: neuro, chakra,
right.
and quantum. That's how it had to form.
Correct. And one more question in again by TR. Is there any attunement that is required for this?
You will start feeling energy from today itself. So you will realize there is no question of attunement, because we are all part of the quantum field. We are all part of this this world, and today we are going to tap into it. So just experience today. That's the only request I have. Like, don't go anywhere. Experience it, because you will then realize how the quantum world is so powerful. And anyways, right now, like, once I open your mind to the quantum world in the next, I think, 10 minutes, your approach to energy will change. I think the way you look at energy will change.
And you will also understand a concept called the role of the observer. That is how important it is in the healing process and how healing happens. So that is what we're going to explain today, and Amaey is going to do that.
Wonderful. Any more
Let's go ahead.
questions? Should we go
This is
ahead?
it for now. Yes.
Okay. So I hope everybody is excited, because now we're going to be talking a lot about the quantum world, and how quantum science, okay, is a developing science, but it is really changing the way the world is perceived. Okay, it's changing how people are considering how physics is changing. I would say it's completely changing the laws that have been existing for so many years. So give yourselves 10 minutes of an open mind, because we promise you it will change the way you look at things. All right. So just before we start, what we were basically talking about, how NQH works, is we're bringing this mind, emotion, and energy together. And whatever we are creating, okay, the quantum blueprint is what we refer to the integrated self. When we create or we work on bringing this integrated self together, the healing is more 360 degrees. That's the approach we are looking at.
And
Okay.
the middle one is like the version of you, the integrated version of you when all these three components get together.
So just keep this in your mind, because whenever you now even think about NQS, this is the first thing. We're looking at this triangle and how we are bringing the integrated self together. So awesome. I think this is one of my favorite topics to discuss, because there's a lot of now, talk going on in the quantum world, okay, like quantum manifestation and this and that. And when I've asked people what is quantum, okay, I've got people like, okay, we don't really know about it, or okay, we just heard that it's something that's very fast to happen. Okay, I don't know if the chat is open, but I really want to know how many of you all know this quantum. Okay, maybe a quick message can go on the Telegram group and we'll just hear that out.
Like, what is quantum according to you?
Right? And the Telegram group is always open if people would like to put it in, or even if you want to come on right now and say
If
something,
anybody
we'll
wants to
bring
just
you
come
on.
in, we'd love to hear from you, because this is the revolutionary change that's going to happen. Anybody wants to quickly share on what they think the quantum world is?
Right. And just put your hands up here on Zoom itself and we'll bring you on. And people, please remember, and I'm pretty sure, Dr. Amaey, Pankaj, you will get the reference that we are not talking about Ant-Man here or the Avengers. Okay, this is a different
Don't worry,
context.
Marvel is a little away from
A
this.
little away from here.
But you can imagine that during the meditation.
So yeah, it's and I think Nidhu's also here. So it's been a long time since I've referred to the Avengers or to the Marvel or to MCU. So I'm very happy I was able to like get one reference in, and I had somebody who had gotten the reference. So anybody, Lotus, Rupa, you have your videos on. That's why I'm taking your name. Iqbal, anybody wants to come on? There are no wrong answers.
There's no
Take a
wrong.
guess.
Okay,
Say whatever you
let's
want to
just put it.
say.
How many of you are curious about it? Let's not
Raise your hand.
How many of
Yeah.
you are curious about it? How many of you want to know what the quantum world is all about? Yes? Yes?
I'm
Awesome.
raising my own hand.
Okay, now we're getting hands up. Yes. Wonderful.
Right.
So why we're talking about this is why quantum is changing the world of healing and science by itself. Now, everybody here has studied in school, in colleges about atoms and molecules. Yes. And everybody knows that we are all made up of atoms and molecules, whether it's a living object or non-living object, everything is made up of atoms and molecules. Now, as and more scientists doing, research and have been studying, okay, they found that something happens even below the atom, okay, below the level of the atom. Let's call this subatomic, okay, because it's below the atom. Now, when they started studying under the atom, now atom was considered the smallest, part that could be seen or understood. Now, when they found that there's something even beyond that, scientists started studying more. And this is still, I would say, at the very peak, okay, at the very beginning. It's just started, the research has just started. They found that inside this atom, inside the subatomic particles, there was a lot of energy which was moving around. And they couldn't understand this energy. What they found surprisingly was this energy seemed to have a consciousness of its own. It was able to operate on its own. The more and more research that they started doing, they found this energy was existing sometimes only in the form of energy and sometimes in the form of mass. So Einstein has given a formula which is long back. E is equal to mc square. Energy is equal to mass into the square of speed of light. Okay, don't worry. I'm not teaching a physics class. Okay, but I want you to all understand this was given long back that he had said that energy and mass are interconvertible. What does this mean? That energy can become a solid reality, and that solid reality can go back to the form of energy. So surprisingly, when they reached the subatomic particles, they found that the smallest packet of energy, okay, we call it the packet of energy, they labeled it as a quantum. The smallest packet of unit of energy was named as quantum, and multiple packets are called quanta. Okay, that's the plural. Now, every thought, every emotion, every belief you carry more and more studies that have been done are showing that even those are carrying some form of energy or some form of mass. What is surprising to understand is that basically we are constantly moving quantum energy in and out of our mind, of our body, without even realizing it. Everything that you're interacting with, okay, is being shown that some amount of this energy is getting transmitted, transferred, converted in some form or the other.
Even right now, when we are talking and discussing this energy is flowing here.
So now what does this imply? Okay, I'm going to run this little experiment. I want everybody, okay, I'm going to explain this experiment. This is really the most powerful way to understand why healing requires quantum science, okay? So everybody has seen a laser in their life, laser pointer, red pointer. I hope everybody, I used to play it as a kid, okay? Or if you attended a class, you might have seen a laser pointer. Yes, everybody seen that? Now, if I point a laser, even I'm pointing from one direction to straight, I will see the point only at that one point, okay? That is the power of laser because it's actually focused light. Now imagine if I'm passing that laser through two slots, okay? I'm passing it through two slots and there is a screen at the end of that, okay? I'm considering that this light is going to pass through these two slots, okay? So you can see these white dots, they are the energy particles, okay? Can you see this black colored thing with two slots? Okay, that's called the slit. This is called the double slit experiment. It's very, very important in quantum science, okay? And the last thing that you can see is the screen. Is everybody able to see that?
Yes.
Awesome. I assume everybody's got the same thought since we are not having an interaction here, that if this light is passing through two slots, what do we expect on the screen? How many patterns should form? How many lines should form?
2.
Yes.
Okay, 2.
Okay. Okay, I can see Lutz trying to.
She's also indicating 2.
Okay, so we would expect, okay, I'm just going to play this. We would expect this, okay, for some reason this is this stuff, okay. We would expect 2 lines to form here, okay. But, okay, right now it's showing, okay, that was the side view. Now this is the top view. It's showing that there should have been 2 lines forming. This is what everybody assumed would happen. However, surprisingly, see what happens. Can you see how many lines just formed? Now, this was one of the most revolutionary experiments conducted, and they have done multiple times to test it, because they're like, how did this happen in the first place? There's something going wrong. So this happened to prove one thing, okay? And we are going to understand that now. This happened because the energy, instead of going as a straight line, it started behaving like a wave. Like the wave of the ocean, the wave of water. Has everybody seen a ripple on the water? When you throw something on the water, ripples form? Yes?
Right. Yes.
So imagine when 2 ripples are coming in together. They clash. Okay. Has anybody seen how if you've taken a bucket of water and smashed it from both sides, you'll see that happen. Yes. So this is exactly what was happening. That surprisingly, the light was behaving like waves interfering with each other, and that's why multiple patterns were formed. Now, this is really strange. So they did the experiment again, but this time they added something. Can you all see this little black colored box over here, or this little robot over here with this red colored light? Yes.
Yeah.
Now this is called as an electron or a photon observer. Okay. What it is able to do is it is actually able to see that every energy particle which is going through. Now we've already done the experiment. Everything else is remaining the same. If the first time we got the waves, even the second time we should get the waves. Agree or disagree? Yes?
Agree, yes.
Yes. But look what happens now.
Yeah.
This time, what we originally thought should have happened, that only 2 slots should have formed, is what happens. And this is only because of this machine, which is the observer. So basically what it is saying, the very act of observing or witnessing, okay, Please pay attention. This is a very, very important statement. The very act of observing or witnessing the energy changed the entire nature of energy. It changed from the wave pattern to the particle format. Okay. And by itself, from something which was dispersed to something which became ultra focused. The simple act of witnessing or observing changed the entire outcome. Now, how does this work in healing? Imagine that we are sending in energy, but we are not witnessing the healing actually happen. This is exactly what's happening. Energy is getting distributed and we are not getting the results. But in NQH, we are taking the principles of quantum science and we are applying those. And when you observe the healing actually happen, you witness the healing actually happen, you see instant results. And we follow quantum mechanics. We are literally following quantum mechanics in Neuro Chakra Quantum Healing, where quantum mechanics is saying, okay, that there is no concept of space, time, or distance. We are constantly connected to a quantum entanglement. And this proves, okay, which means that when I am doing energy work, if I am sending healing from here and you're feeling healing over there, through quantum science, it is proven that it is possible because there is no concept of time or space or distance. Everything is connected through the quantum field. This is why science is actually supporting healing. And when we bring neuroscience, we bring the neuroplasticity, we bring the quantum energy world, imagine the results. Would that not instantly magnify?
So basically, where your focus and attention goes, the energy flows. And that is where the role of observer comes, where you're observing and witnessing how the energy is flowing and the healing is happening. And that is the place where when you observe, healing and manifestation happens. And that is what we do in NQH.
I hope that made a little sense and that opened your eyes to the concept of why quantum healing is a scientific healing. When we say that you become an NQH healer, we say you become a scientific healer. Your healing is supported by science. Whatever energy work you're doing, you have an actual logical explanation to give behind it. And the results instantly happen faster because now you have, you've convinced your conscious mind also that, see, there is an evidence supporting this. Yeah. So there is no question of the conscious mind blocking it to reach the subconscious mind. So now we have even crossed that barrier and the results as a result, okay, there are multiple books. You want to call it, it may be a plus, you are the plus. There's a book called You Are the Placebo also. It says this, when you are able to convince the mind, the body is also doing the healing. So all these principles, when brought together, using the energy modalities, the techniques already existing, the best of the best, okay, we don't use the entire model. We take the best of what actually works, bring it together, and that's how Neuro Chakra Quantum Healing works. Awesome. I hope that convinced you all a little bit. Or if anybody has any questions, any sharings, we'd love to hear them.
Absolutely, absolutely fascinating. And I'm sure everybody has loved the build up to the experiment, because with that experiment, literally you got everything into, just like the observer focused on the observation, you brought all of it into that specific point for us also. So greatly appreciate it, and also appreciate the fact that you just showed us a science experiment. You took us back to school without having to stress us about, without stressing us about, oh my God, do I need to remember physics right now again? So really enjoyed that.
It was a fun learning, right?
Yes, absolutely. And it was very fascinating to see that and to understand this concept that you had just mentioned, the role of the observer. So earlier when Lotus was trying to say something, I'm just bringing this up very quickly. She had said that I know it is more than two. That is what she was saying. And she's asked, the observing is where we are putting our focus. The observation is where we are putting our focus.
Yes. So whenever we're doing the healing work also, we are witnessing the healing. So if I say I'm manifesting something or I'm creating that change, I will witness the whole process. We teach that when we do the NQH healing, when we are bringing the quantum So there's a quantum version of us. When we are bringing about that change, we are witnessing the quantum version and us merging. That's literally how
Right.
we bring the healing about.
And Poonam is asked, she's written, energy flows where attention goes.
So
Please,
we
Miss-
add this energy flows where intention and action goes.
Yeah.
Okay. Because in NQH, there's a little difference. It's not just we do visualization or healing work. We also actually give work for the clients and for ourselves in between the sessions to do. So there is a practical approach to all the healing. So, for example, somebody who is doing procrastination. Now, I understand we'll do the work, we'll do the belief work, we'll do the energy work, but ultimately, how will the person know that they've actually beaten procrastination when they've actually done the action? So this is where NQH comes separately. We make sure that the action is also taken care of so that the result becomes more permanent and that rewiring actually happens in the brain. When your brain sees that the action has taken place, it gets the reinforcement that, okay, you know what, it's not just happening here, it is happening in the reality also. And that starts making it happen faster and better.
Fantastic. This is all been fascinating to just to hear from you, to understand how it's going from the integration of modalities to the science behind it, to the triad of the mind, energy, and emotion, all of it happening. I don't know if you have more to tell us right now, because I am already like quite chomping at the bit of now. I want to experience this now.
Yeah,
Now
we
I
will
really
definitely do
want to
that.
experience this.
In the next 5 minutes, you're all going to experience this. Okay. We just got somebody who's joined us, one of our healers. If we could probably take her right now to share her NQH experience so that, we can all hear from her. Is that okay, Neelu, or do you want to take
Yeah,
it?
absolutely. Yeah, sure. Let's get it on. Can you give me her name?
Yeah, Rupali Jain. Rupali Jain. She's just
Okay,
joined.
is that Rupa?
Rupali
She's
Jain.
just joined. Rupali
Yes,
Jain.
yes.
Okay. You want to tell us a little something about her while we get her on?
Yes. So Rupali Jain has been with us since many years. She was associated with Mindra. She has attended many webinars of ours and many healing. And when we introduced NQH in our community, I think she was the first one who enrolled for it, and she did 1:1 sessions with me. And during the sessions, when we did, there were many breakthroughs from the first day itself that she discovered. And it was something very fascinating for her because she has been doing healing since many years. And during the first NQH session, she could connect with her inner child, and then something like she discovered during that phase. And then we worked on that, and how things started changing for her was just one session. And then after that, she obviously after NQH sessions, when we do personal sessions with the client, we give a lot of tasks. So these tasks are like very important to do because healing is we are doing it, but the task is like how efficiently and consistently you're doing it to reconnect with yourself again. So when she did that, she discovered more things. And then when she was like, I want to become an NQH healer now. And then she enrolled for NQH, and today she will tell by herself that how it has changed her life and how things have been for her. Rupali ji, over to you.
She might, Rupali ji, you can speak in Hindi a little bit also, no problem. Okay.
Yeah,
Whatever.
Thank you so
no
much.
problem. We'll translate it for you.
Yeah,
Don't
okay.
worry.
So, good evening, everyone. Thank you so very much, Dr. Amaey and Pankaj sir, for giving me this opportunity. So, hello everyone. Myself Rupali Jain. By profession, I'm a dietitian and working with a multinational company as a nutrition executive. But yes, first and last, I would like to know I am starting my career with a new modality as a NQH healer actually. So this was my dream actually. So dream becomes like true now. So yes, I would like to share with you all. जैसे कि सर ने बोला कि मैं हिंदी में बात करूंगी, तो यस मैं हिंदी में बात कर रही हूँ. तो फर्स्ट थिंग जो मेरे साथ में लाइफ में चैलेंजेस थे, मेरे साथ में लाइफ में चैलेंजेस ये थे कि पहली चीज मैं बहुत ज्यादा टेंशन लेती थी. बहुत छोटी छोटी चीजों का मुझे बहुत जल्दी टेंशन हो जाता था, पहली चीज. दूसरी चीज, अ, अपने आप को मोटिवेट बार बार करने के लिए मुझे चीजों को बार बार देखना पड़ता था, बार बार अपने आप को मोटिवेट करना पड़ता था. एंड डिमोटिवेशन बहुत जल्दी आ जाता था. एंड मेरे रिलेशनशिप इश्यूज थे. तो ये बहुत ज्यादा मेरी लाइफ के लिए बहुत कॉम्प्लिकेटेड था, एंड मैं काफी साल से स्ट्रगल कर रही थी इन सब चीजों से। बट 2020 में जब डॉक्टर अमेय के साथ में मैंने कुछ सेशंस स्टार्ट किए, देन आई कम टू नो कि ये कुछ ऐसे प्लेटफॉर्म्स हैं जहाँ पे मुझे हेल्प मिल सकती है। एंड उसके बाद में मैंने काफी सारे सेशन अटेंड किए माइंट्रा के, एंड उसके बाद में मुझे रियलाइज हुआ कि ये ऐसी मोडालिटीज हैं जो लाइफ में बहुत आगे लेके जा सकती हैं। सो ये मेरी जर्नी स्टार्ट हुई। सेकेंड, जब मैंने ज्वाइन किया न्यूरो चक्रा क्वांटम हीलिंग विद पंकज सर, तो पर्सनल 1-to-1 जब मैंने ज्वाइन किया था, दैट टाइम मेरा फर्स्ट एंड ओनली मतलब मेरा मोटिव था कि मेरा जो एनजाइटी का जो इशू है वो मेरा कम हो जाए। मैं जो बहुत जल्दी जल्दी चीजों को लेके डिप्रेशन में आ जाती हूँ, वो सारी चीजें मेरी कम हो जाएं। ये मेरा पर्सनल इमोशनल थिंग था। इसके अलावा फिजिकल हेल्थ से भी मैं डील कर रही थी, लाइक माइग्रेन का इशू। तो ये सारे इंटर रिलेटेड है। तो ये सारी चीजों को मेरे को मुझे लग रहा था कि मैं कैसे इससे जल्दी से जल्दी इसको ओवरकम करूं। तो जब 1-to-1 सेशन मैंने ज्वाइन किया, तो जैसा पंकज सर ने बोला, फ्रॉम डे वन से मुझे मतलब अपने अंदर जो चेंजेस मिले हैं, वो सबसे अच्छा ये हुआ कि मुझे दूसरे दिन ही यदि कोई ऐसी चीज आती थी जिसमें मैं पहले एक दिन पहले बहुत जल्दी टेंशन ले लेती थी, बहुत जल्दी डिप्रेशन में चली जाती थी, आई वॉज लाइक लिटरली काम। एंड मुझे लगता था कि यार हाँ ठीक है, ये तो हो जाएगा, मैं कर सकती हूँ इसको, कोई बात नहीं। तो दिस वॉज लाइक माई जर्नी जब स्टार्ट किया। और जब 1-to-1 सेशन मेरे कंप्लीट हुए, मेरे लिए सबसे ज्यादा प्रोफेशनल एंड पर्सनल अचीवमेंट थे। फर्स्ट मेरा पर्सनल अचीवमेंट था मेरा माइग्रेन कंप्लीटली, जहाँ 2 और 3 डेज में मुझे 2 या 3 बार ट्रिगर्स आते थे, मुझे पेन किलर लेना पड़ता था। वो 3 डेज में वो माइग्रेन का एक भी बार ट्रिगर नहीं आया। एंड टिल डेट, अभी मेरे को इतना समय हो गया, ये सेल्फ हीलिंग का बता रही हूँ, मुझे माइग्रेन के ट्रिगर्स हैं। बट पहले से यदि मैं ट्रिगर्स की बात करूं, तो जो ट्रिगर्स मुझे 1 डे में 2 या 3 बार आते थे, आज 3 या 4 डेज में हार्डली 1 टाइम, कुछ सेकेंड्स के लिए आता है। सो दिस वॉज लाइक फिजिकल हेल्थ। एंड इमोशनल हेल्थ की मैं यदि बात करूं, तो इमोशनल हेल्थ में आई एम completely changed with my personal self. Like, I am always happy, first thing. Second thing, if I am taking any कोई भी स्ट्रगल आ रहा है, कोई चैलेंजेस आ रहे हैं, तो मैं उसको बहुत पॉजिटिवली हैंडल करती हूँ। मुझे बिल्कुल भी उसका टेंशन नहीं होता है कि मैं इसको कैसे करूंगी। पहले मुझे शिवरिंग होने लगती थी, मुझे सोचना पड़ता था कि मैं कैसे डील करूंगी, मुझे लोगों से ओपिनियन लेने पड़ते थे। बट राइट नाउ आई एम टेकिंग माई ओन डिसीजंस विथ माई ओन कॉन्फिडेंस, एंड विद दैट मैं आई एम फीलिंग वेरी पॉजिटिव एंड आई एम फीलिंग वेरी कॉन्फिडेंट ऑल्सो। एंड उसके साथ साथ मुझे अच्छा भी लगता है कि हाँ मैं ये कर रही हूँ, तो मुझे इससे रिजल्ट्स भी मिल रहे हैं। अब बात आती है प्रोफेशनल, जो हम सभी आज की डेट में चाहते हैं कि प्रोफेशनल प्लेटफॉर्म हमेशा हमारा अच्छा चलना चाहिए। प्रोफेशनल थिंग्स में मेरे रिलेशन मेरे मैनेजर्स के साथ में अच्छे नहीं थे। देवर लाइक कि यार कैसे करेंगे, ये इनका एज ऐसा है। बट लास्ट ईयर आई गॉट, जब मेरा सेशन कंप्लीट हुआ है, एंड कंप्लीट होने के 8 डेज के बाद में आई गॉट द प्रमोशन लेटर, एंड 1 स्टेप अहेड with my grade also. So this was my journey with physical, emotional and professional. So these kind of things are there, and बहुत like I got मैंने पहले मुझे रियलाइजेशन नहीं था। बहुत सारी हीलिंग मॉडलिटीज मैंने सीखी हैं, बट मुझे ये रियलाइजेशन नहीं था कि मुझे कहाँ वर्क करना है। बट जब पहले मैंने अमेय सर के साथ में ज्वाइन किया, देन दैट टाइम आई गॉट टू रियलाइज कि मेरा इनर चाइल्ड से मुझे चाइल्डहुड ट्रॉमा है। कहाँ से आया है, क्यों आया है, किससे आया है। जब मैंने पंकज सर के साथ में कनेक्ट किया न्यूरो चक्रा क्वांटम हीलिंग में, तब मुझे पता चला कि कौन था मेरे चाइल्डहुड ट्रॉमा में, और किस रिलेशन के कारण से मुझे अभी पर्सनल रिलेशनशिप में ये इश्यूज आ रहे थे। तो उसके बाद में पर्सनल जो मेरा रिलेशनशिप का इशू था, वो अभी काफी हद तक ओवरकम हो चुका है। तो माय जर्नी वाज लाइक कि न्यूरो चक्रा क्वांटम हीलिंग का सेल्फ जो है मैंने उस पर बहुत ज्यादा काम किया है, अलॉन्ग विथ ऑल थिंग्स जो सर ने मुझे बोली थी कि ये आपको करना है। ऑल दो चैलेंजेस तो रहते ही हैं लाइफ में, बट उन सारे चैलेंजेस को ओवरकम करते हुए 5 5 मिनट्स 10 10 मिनट्स अपने लिए निकाल कर ये सारी चीजों पे वर्क करके आज मैं कॉन्फिडेंटली ये कह सकती हूँ कि यस, आई एम अ न्यूरो चक्र क्वांटम हीलर, and I can give the healing to anyone who wants to come with me and connect with me. And मैं ये भी कॉन्फिडेंटली कह सकती हूँ कि मैं हेल्प कर सकती हूँ किसी की उसके हर चैलेंजेस को ओवरकम करने के लिए। So I would like to say thank you, Pankaj sir, thank you, Amey sir, for giving us this opportunity, giving this platform. And मैं जितने भी लोग यहाँ पे हैं, मैं सबको बोलूंगी कि ये करना ही चाहिए। ये ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म है कि आप कुछ भी कर ले, उसके उससे 4 लेवल 5 लेवल अप है ये मोडालिटी। तो सबसे ज्यादा टॉप ऑन द हेड है। और थैंक यू सो वेरी मच, थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू।
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Pankaj. So kind of you, and thank you for joining. Really, really grateful. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Right. Thank you really for joining. And for our international audience, even if you have not understood the language, I'm pretty sure if you saw her face and her smile and a very uplifted mode of speaking, you would have known she only had good things to say. Let me just give you a very brief, quick summary of what she said. She was somebody, and please correct me if I miss something or go up and down. She was somebody who would take stress and tension very easily, even at the smallest of things. She was constantly demotivated. She was in a demotivated state. She couldn't motivate herself. She had certain relationship issues. She had anxiety, stress. She had a lot going on. She even had physical concerns, including very regular, even 2 to 3 times a day migraine triggers. But with NQH, with Neuro Chakra Quantum Healing, with her time with Dr. Amaey and Pankaj, she is today in a much better space. She's calmer, happier, seeing positive results happening, being her own observer, obviously, and she handles struggles positively, is able to take decisions confidently, is overall in a positive state of mind, and had even mentioned something about at the beginning when she was doing this, that part of the inner child which was coming in the way of her current relationships also got sorted, taken care of, and closed very, very quickly. And today she is a practitioner of NQH herself and is so confident of being able to help anybody with their challenges, all because of learning it with you, Dr. Amaey and Pankaj. And just for everybody's reference, the word Mindra has come up to 3 times. Please don't get confused. That's the name of their company. The technique is still NQH, Neuro Chakra Quantum Healing. The name of their company is Mindra. So don't be wondering, did we just go somewhere else? We didn't.
Thank you so
Okay.
much,
Thank
Upalaji.
you.
Thank you. Really means a lot. Okay, and we are blessed to have one of you as one of our practitioners. Thank you so much.
And thank you, Neelu, for summarizing it beautifully.
Thank you. Thank you. And again, I want to also ensure that we, in our excitement to experience this, that we haven't stopped you from telling us anything else that needs to be said. And otherwise, if that is sorted, then I'm sure we're all ready to like.
I think first let's do the experience, because I think everybody's waiting for that. Everybody's been listening to us.
Yes.
So I think 10 minutes of experiencing NQH would be the right thing to go ahead with. Is everybody
Let's do
ready?
that. Yes.
I hope everybody's excited. So since we've been kind of listening for more than an hour, let's all just quickly stretch a bit, okay, so that we are back in the zone. You can all just move around a bit, drink some water, okay, and we're going to take 10 to 12 minutes of your time. We'll be very honest, but it's going to be one of the most powerful experiences that you have. Anybody who has pain, who has discomfort, has had a tiring day, I wanted to quickly just ask yourself right now, before we start the experience, how you're feeling. And because you want to see the difference, afterwards. So you can even give yourself a rating, maybe, you're at, say, between 0 to 10, 0, you're the lowest, and 10, you're the highest. And you want to kind of experience the shift. Okay, so if your pain is there, of course, it'll be reversed. But you can just understand if it's high, very high pain, then you can see if it goes down. Yes, whatever.
Right.
Yes, I think Shobhaji has something to say.
Shobha, do you have a question? Would you like to post it on the group? Or do you want to say something about the process? I've sent you a request to unmute.
Yeah. No, actually, I'm since years I'm suffering from dry mouth, throat, everything. It sticks.
I'm a
Okay,
dentist also, so
At present, also I am suffering.
right. So maybe Dr. Amaey, would you like to suggest to Shobha anything that she should focus on right now with this?
So I'll tell you a little bit of the experience as a dentist also what I do, you know. So for example, in the daytime I have my dental clinic. Before any patient that I also see, you know what I do is I actually do an NQH healing, right? See to end that the whole procedure is done, and then I see the clients. And I'm telling you the change that has happened in the way the treatment happens, the pain level of the patient, the result is remarkable. Sometimes even when I'm doing a tooth extraction and sometimes it just breaks, I take a minute, I actually pause, I enter the state, okay, I connect to the quantum consciousness, and then I continue, and trust me, instantly the change happens. So even if you're experiencing this dry mouth, do this today with us. Okay. What will happen is, of course, there will be healing, that spontaneous healing that happens. Along with that, you may suddenly come up with an idea that this is what I need to do. Like maybe I need to keep rinsing my mouth every 30 minutes with cold water. Okay. These are ideas that will suddenly start popping in from nowhere. Suddenly you'll read on a pamphlet that this is what is, going on. This is how NQH works. You actually start getting pathways opening up from anywhere. That's the power. So your energy system has started working, your frequency has aligned, you get the right solutions as well. Right? For example, I mean, look at the coincidence of all the people who asked me a question.
The question was
the
about
question was
dry
about
mouth.
dentist. See, this is what we mean. That of all the questions that came in, okay, I can tell you what the solution is. So start for now also, you can start doing with this cold mouth water rinses, drinking 2.5 to 3 liters of water, just small things, but start it will work. Awesome. So everybody, what we are first going to do is, even if you're completely new to the world of energy, we'll do is experience the quantum energy flowing through us. Then Pankaj will take you all through the clearing of the program. Okay, this helps. Why? Because those who have never experienced energy or who are already practitioners, I want you all to observe the difference in the energy sensation. Okay. So in this, what we call, I'll just say one or two lines. We consider that we are connecting to something called as the quantum consciousness, the divine matrix, the source field, whatever you want to call it. You want to call it God, call it God. You want to call it universe, call it universe. There is no religious sentiment or any connection here. All we believe is there is a divine energy. Okay, we are able to tap into that divine energy, and when we refer to it, we call it the golden white light. Okay, so we consider that golden white light. So we can, whenever we are absorbing or downloading or experiencing the light, we visualize the golden white light flowing through us. Okay, so there is no, everybody can do it. There is no question that somebody can do it and somebody cannot do it. Everybody can do this. Okay, is this clear? So what we are going to do is we are going to experience something in our hands. Everybody, we are going to experience. This is very important. This will help us to instantly feel the energy. Okay, when you become an NQH practitioner, all we do is intent, energy activate, and energy starts working. But right now it's the first time, so we want to do this. So what we do is everybody just quickly stretch your hands like this. It is just so that your hands are all released. Stretch it up, down, left, right. Okay. Move your neck. Okay. Awesome. Now I just want everybody to keep their hands like this for a second. See, there's nothing between our hands. I know those who are energy practitioners may also sense something already, but otherwise, right now there's nothing between our hands. Is everybody okay with that? Once we do this, we are going to experience a lot of energy in between our hands. Okay. What we are going to do is we are going to visualize, once I tell you that the golden white light, you're connecting to it, it is going to flow through your head, entering into your top of head, into your body, into your shoulders, into your arms, and it is coming to your hands. Okay. We are going to close our eyes and we are going to visualize this, and then you will start experiencing energy. So first, we are just going to activate the small chakras. For those who are doing it for the first time, all you do is first you rub your palms like this. Okay. Both your palms. Okay. And you just tap your fingers like this. Okay. This is simple. This is because it just helps the energy to release faster. Okay. One more time. Okay. Wonderful. Now we are going to just rub our hands once and then we're going to close our eyes. Okay. 30 seconds we just rub so that the energy can easily flow through us. Wonderful. Remember to keep your hands approximately the distance of your head. Okay. And then I'm going to tell you to slowly open and close and we're going to sense it. So everybody, now let's close our eyes. Keep our hands in front of our face. Just a little distance between them. Start by taking a deep breath in through your nose. Holding it. Exhaling it. Allowing yourself to just come back to this moment. Now imagine that right above your head, a beautiful golden white light is forming a vortex, a spiral. It is circling above your head. Imagine this golden white light. We are calling it the quantum consciousness, the quantum field. Whatever you want to call it, God, doesn't matter. Just visualize it. As you breathe in and out, imagine now this light is falling down. It is reaching your head, the top of your head. Just notice you may feel some tingling, some vibration. Even if you don't feel anything, it's okay. Just know that this energy is entering your head. Now it is filling your forehead, your eyes, nose, jaws. It is entering into your neck. This golden white light is now entering into your shoulders, in your arms, forearms, and into your hands. Now imagine that your hands are enveloped. You're wearing a glove of this golden white energy. They're surrounded. Your hands are shining with golden white energy. And instantly notice between your hands, you start feeling either a pull, a push, a magnet, tingling, warmth. Slowly bring your hands a little apart. Slowly bring them closer and just focus on the area between your hands, between your palms. You start noticing that the vibration of the air has changed. The pressure of the air has changed. Take it out, in. Continue to visualize this golden energy flowing through you, golden white energy flowing through you into your hands. As you breathe in and out, you can make small circles with your hands, like just slightly moving your hands in a small circular direction. One hand moving forward, other hand moving in that direction, just slightly. And you'll notice a ball. Pull it a little away. Again, bring your hands closer, and this time notice it gets stronger and stronger. Continue to visualize the golden energy flowing through you and notice the pulsation. You will see the little pulsation. If you notice carefully, you will feel that this energy has a pulsation. It has an actual pulse. Sense it. Take a second. Notice between your hands. Notice how it feels, how it's different from the energy you've been experiencing so far. Some people may feel warm, some people may feel push, pull. Just take your hands apart, bring them closer. Do this a couple of times. Just concentrate between the palms. Take 10 more seconds. Notice the energy. You'll actually feel, if you move it in circles, you'll feel like a ball. This is the golden white energy of the quantum field flowing through you. As you become sensitive to it, notice it. Notice the characteristics. Notice what thoughts, what feelings come to you. Last 30 seconds. Continue to visualize. Try to move your hands a bit. As you keep flowing the energy through you. Wonderful. You can take this energy and just bring your hands on your eyes. Feel this energy going inside you, flowing through you. And whenever you're ready, you can come back to this. So what we did is an activation right now, just so that whoever has never experienced energy must have felt something. How many of you have felt something? Maybe a tingling, a vibration, a push, pull. If anybody is already a practitioner, might have felt something different. Okay, you all might have felt something different in this energy. Somebody may have felt that pulsation. Anybody who felt that pulsation, like something is just moving, like this. Yes, anybody felt that? Yes, Rupaji says yes. Anybody wants to quickly share one word before we start the clearing? Anybody wants to share? Yes, Rupaji wants to share it.
Send a request on you.
Yeah, actually, it felt a very strong, it's like holding an energy ball inside both your hands, and it was quite heavy for me. So that's what I experienced.
Have you done energy work before?
Yeah, I'm a theta healer.
So did you notice the difference right now in the energy?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Right?
Yes,
Even
anybody else wants to
Thank you for sharing, Rupaji.
Thank you, Ji. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I just, in fact, just very quickly adding, even though this is just the activation level and we're still going to experience more, whatever was happening here was happening here. That was definitely happening. But there was an intensity of light over here inside. It was like deeply intense. It was so intense that I felt the need to move backwards as if, I'm looking at the sun directly and I need to step away so that it was like that. It was quite, and by intense, I don't mean like uncomfortably, but it was deeply intense. And it was only when you finally said, take it to your eyes, did that kind of dissipate into like a blue, green, slightly more settled in. But it was bright and yellow and golden and white, and I don't know if there were streaks of red at the edge, but it was pretty strong. So I do not know what happened, but that happened.
Thank you for sharing. So that's why we said this is the quantum field. Now, there was no attunement that we did. All we did was tapped into that source. That's the whole purpose here. So that is why, because this is always around us. This is always around us. It's just tapping into it. Wonderful. Okay, now Pankaj is going to actually take the energy and help you experience the clearing. This was to assist anybody who's never had experienced energy, also to start feeling it, and those who are doing it to understand the difference in NQH energy versus others. Yes? Awesome.
So what we are going to do now is clear your energy, any stuck energy or any stuck emotion that it has been holding you in your career, your finances, your relationship, anything that is stopping you from growing. Hold that thought, get that thought or that emotion in your mind. So we are going to tap into that and release that energy through a quick NQH healing meditation. Is everyone ready? Awesome.
Yes.
So what you have to do is sit comfortably in a relaxed position. If you're sitting on a chair, your feet has to touch on the ground. So you feel the Mother Earth's energy, and make sure that you sit erect, spine straight. And if you're sitting on the ground, just fold your legs and sit in a lotus position. Yeah? Is that fine? Awesome. So let's begin. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold in for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale slowly through your mouth. Let's repeat this 3 times. Inhale. Hold for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale through your mouth. Inhale one more time. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale through your mouth. Now imagine you're walking down a spiral staircase. With each step, feel your body becoming lighter. Your mind is clearer and your heart is opening for transformation. Now, I will count down 10 to 1, and with each number, allow yourself to go deeper and deeper into relaxation. 10, Feel your shoulders getting softened. 9. Your face is relaxed. 8. Your breathing slows. 7. Your chest feels lighter. 6. Your mind is clearer. 5. Your body is calm. 4. You feel deeply safe. 3. You're going deeper and deeper. 2. You're open to healing. And 1. Now you're in a relaxed, fully present in the alpha state. You're now in a powerful state where your subconscious mind is open to healing and reprogramming. Now, imagine roots growing from your feet and entering the Mother Earth, anchoring you, holding you stronger. Feel this Mother Earth's energy entering into your body, to the bottom of your feet, and making you feel stronger and rooted. Now, imagine a beautiful golden white light is descending from above. This is the quantum consciousness light. Entering your crown space like a waterfall. Going through your brain, gently soothing your thoughts, slowing your mind, bringing you into a space of deep calm. As this light enters your body, I want you gently scan your body. Notice without judgment. If you feel any tightness, any heaviness in any part of your body, maybe your chest, your throat, your lower back, just notice it. Now visualize this beautiful golden light is entering through your face, descending through your neck, your shoulders, your chest, your hands, and notice wherever the pain, the emotion, the tightness is in any part of your body, see that the golden light is traveling to that part of the body. If it's your chest, feel the golden light going through your chest. If it's your throat, going through your throat. Observe. This golden light is pure, it's alive, and it's loving. Let this travel from all parts of your body to all those 150 trillion cells, your chest, your belly, down your spine, through your legs, and going deep into the earth. Now, this golden white light, this quantum consciousness, is completely in you, clearing any energy which is not serving you, any emotion which is still stuck, is clearing everything and pushing it down towards the earth. Wherever you notice tension, let this golden light flow into that space. Let that emotion, let that feeling, let that trauma soften it, dissolve it, and clear it. Now, I want you to place your hand over your heart and one on your belly. And see this golden light expanding from your heart and from your belly outwards and forming a cocoon around you. This golden white light is pure, alive, and intelligent. You are sitting in this cocoon of golden light, feeling this golden light clearing all those suppressed emotions, thoughts, which is not serving you. Imagine all of those is coming out from the center of your heart and from your belly in the form of a black gas. Let this come out. Do not resist. This is what energy clearing is. We are releasing which is not serving us. Let it all come out. Feel the lightness as it comes out. And see how this emotion, how the suppressed emotions, negative thoughts, negative feelings, all of those is getting dissolved in this golden light. And as you see this happening, repeat this silently in your mind. I am light. I am aligned. I am in flow. I am light. I am aligned. And I am in flow. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, imagine this golden white light is sealing into your body, into your energy field, which has cleared all that was not serving you. Now, slowly begin to move your fingers, move your toes, roll your shoulders gently. With a count of 3, 2, 1, rub your palms and place it on your eyes. And open your eyes whenever you're ready. Softly, gently.
Everybody, please stretch. Okay, stretch, drink some water, and then we will do an energy break. Okay? If you need to get up and stretch, please do that. If you're feeling extremely energy, you can just take your hand and like put your hand going downwards all the way to Mother Earth to help yourself feel more grounded. Okay, and please drink some water. Okay, now we do an energy break. So what we do in this is simply we just shake like this. Okay,
By taking your name
and
3
then we
times.
say our name 3 times. So I'll say I'm Amaey, I'm Amaey, I'm Amaey. You will say your own name.
You're releasing the energy.
Wonderful. Awesome. How is everybody feeling? Anybody wants to share?
Yeah, let's give them a minute to just put that down. In fact, with earlier when you had asked how everybody is feeling, Lotus had written in very strong push and pull, very full. And Vinod also wrote pulsating in both the palms. And while we wait for anybody who would like to share either on the group or even here, um, so again, I don't know if this is if this was meant to happen or not, but this is what my experiences has been like. Is, as you know, you've also been sitting. I mean, you've been sitting, I've been sitting, and I'm just looking at us right now because everybody else has the luxury of getting up and moving around whenever they feel like it. So sometimes, after a long time of sitting, there's a certain, little stiffness that builds up. So you keep doing little movements throughout, right? But when you did this, okay, so initially I felt a lot of warmth around my shoulders, and I could make out immediately that I probably wasn't resting it properly or keeping it relaxed. Maybe I was like putting a lot of pressure, putting my elbows up. So there was a dissipation of that happened, which was nice. That warmth was a nice thing. And for some reason, even though we were in that relaxed state and all I wanted to do was get up and move. It's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to get up and just like spend the next 5 minutes like just tugging things off and like stretching the kinks out, so to speak. So that happened. That happened with all of this. So I greatly appreciate the experience, and let's hear. Like I said, I don't know if this is supposed to happen in that state, but it happened.
So basically, this is a release. So your body wanted
Right.
a release.
Just
That's why
like-
you
Right.
felt that. It needed that,
Right.
So whatever you need at that stage of time will come to you.
Perfect. Okay. And people, if you'd like to take a few more
Anybody wants to
minutes,
share, maybe put on the Telegram group or come online and say something.
right?
If you notice
And
anything.
any before and after, even if there was no, even if you forgot to note the before, you will definitely have some sense of the after. Anything, any kind of experience that you want to share, please do. And if you want to come on, just raise your hand here. We'll bring you on while we give them a few more minutes for this. Dr. Amaey, Pankaj, there's a certain understanding of NQH that we've just been through, and with all that, we've experienced it also. And obviously, there is a training that is involved that goes into how you can make this a part of your daily practice, whether you're a brand new practitioner, never learned anything before, and you have put some very nice offers for everybody together. And we are just going to bring that on to let everybody know. But before we go there, very quickly, I know Rupali's come on, and I know you, in between, you did mention a few incidents here and there. As an incident, I mean an example. But now that we've had a theory and a practical, so to speak, would you share one or two more examples of what's the kind of change that has happened with NQH, whether it's for you or for somebody else, just to kind of feel it in, so to speak.
I think we have so many examples, honestly speaking. I was trying to figure out which one to mention. So I'll just
Okay.
mention one of the first. I'll mention for those who are, who are looking to become healers themselves. We had one healer, very senior healer. I'll share it because he might even come in to speak in the next one of the calls. He was somebody who I knew for the past 4 years, but he had this fear of asking for any energy exchange whenever he was doing healing, because he had this guilt stored inside that you can't take something since you're trying to help you. He broke that in one session. In fact, after that, he is able to not only take energy exchange, but he's conducting group sessions, which he was never doing before. He started training other people, and people are sending him so many messages every day that we are so grateful, because now he spread his his entire healing experience from a very small thing to such a large picture by just shifting his mindset through the power of NQH. He's like, I never thought this possible, because I used to be guilty every time I would ask for something, So in NQH, we have these beliefs that we break completely. Pain, though, I think chronic pain, though, is very easy to handle through NQH. We've had so many people with knee pains or neck pains and stuff like that have just got resolved. Pankaj has had so many clients.
Like one client, she had this experience of she was not confident. She never felt confidence while speaking to in a group, or even like she used to feel shy. in talking with anyone. She had this social anxiety whenever she used to travel or in a group function or in a family function. Though she was an entrepreneur, she used to feel so stuck while just having a conversation with someone. And I think she said that after her husband, the only thing that she started talking with was me while having a session with a male person. And what changed her with NQH, it was the first session itself that she started taking small steps, like to start, like the confidence started building up suddenly because we rewired her subconscious. There was something which was stuck in the past. It was like in her childhood that, something said that, you can't do this, or, girls shouldn't talk to people. That was like a conditioning that was fed in her mind and it was stored in the subconscious. I think in the second session itself, she came and told me that, you know what, I went to my husband's office and I made sure that I spoke to my staff. And my husband was noticing that I was speaking with that person in his language with so much confidence. And then her husband said that, I think the first session only worked for you. You started talking to people already. And then
Right.
within the same week, she gathered all her stuff and she was like, no, I'll go and attend the family function. And she went and she didn't feel shy. She was there. She was present. So what changed her was the social anxiety that she had. She started building up and she became much more confident in facing. Even during our sessions, during NQH session, when she was doing this healers practitioner session, all this 2 weeks, she didn't open her camera. She was so shy. And the last day, she switched on the camera and she gave her feedback that I'm feeling so confident with this whole NQH session. And she is going to use that in her day-to-day life. So that one change that
Fantastic.
we noticed.
And I think even for us, like, since the time we started NQH, I think I just want to share this personally that all the manifestations that we've been working on, we were seeing that, of course, they were happening, but they were so much slower. And now it's spontaneous. It's like spontaneously every day something new is just kind of breaking through. And we're getting so many messages from people who've already done this that sudden shifts are happening, which were not happening earlier. Like, of course, everybody was doing work, it was happening, but I'm saying the acceleration, which is we call it quantum acceleration. That quantum acceleration is what we are seeing in different various modalities, whether it's coming to money, whether it's coming to health, whether it's coming to relation. We've had people who had actual health issues. They were going to so many doctors. I'm just sharing. The healing accelerated, and again they found the right treatment for them. So we also say this for healing. That you may find the right thing that may be necessary for you. Or money block. I think we had 2 or 3 people who had money blocks, like, stuck money somewhere or loans or something. Instantly, they have found some solution that really makes happen. And I'm sure even right now, some participant or the other will be able to tell that they've experienced a certain shift in this 10 minutes because this is what we see. Those shifts definitely happen very quickly with NQH.
Fantastic. And I know that Shobha, you had raised your hand. If you'll just hang on for a few minutes, because okay, Lotus has written and it was a powerful experience. I am still like I'm in a trance. As I said, let's give people the opportunity to like settle down and say, okay, this is exactly what I felt and this is what I want to say. So let's just take everybody through your offers and come back to them. And Shobha, just hang in there a few minutes. We will bring you on after this. Shobha, as you remember, was the lady who said that she has the dry mouth. So
Sure,
because
sure,
at
absolutely.
the moment, I'm only being able to see her fan. So we'll bring her on after the offers are over.
And if anyone
Yes.
is still feeling heavy energy, you can just like stretch yourself more, have some more water, hydrate yourself. And if you want, you can just take a walk, 2 minutes walk bare feet. It will, you'll feel grounded to the earth and
Because
feel relaxed.
NQH is very powerful energy. This is what we were trying to say. There's a very powerful energy which starts flowing. And then we don't even do all this much. We literally just intend for energy to start flowing and we start experiencing it. That's how easy it is to train in NQH. And this is only the energetic component. Right now, we've just explained. We've not done the neuro component. We've not done the chakra system. We've not done quantum jumping. So for call 2 and call 3, if you are here, there's going to be so much more that we are also doing in those. There's definitely something for all. I'd just like to share
Fantastic.
one slide before we kind of go ahead. I think to just
Please.
understand the pillars of NQH, if that's okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, please.
So we've already explained all of this, so I'm not going to explain this step, but I want you to understand that there are 4 pillars that we work on. Like we told you about the triangle, there are 4 pillars. Every table has 4 legs. Everybody knows that. That's how it gets the strength to hold on to anything. The same thing we look at these 4 components. The first that we've explained the neuro, which is the mind brain. Okay, so when we're working on changing the brain waves, we literally shift your brain wave. Then we work on mind rewiring. There are 4 techniques per pillar in such a way that you can mix and match, but all sessions would include almost all these 4 coming in a way, because that's the holistic approach. So the second is the energetic pillar, where we work on the chakra healing, on the energy between 2 people, whatever is required to shift the vibration. The third is the emotional mastery, where we actually bring about therapy plus emotional healing work, releasing shadow triggers as well. Sometimes a lot of suppressed things which are not worked on. So, the inner child that you have spoken. So there is a technique called inner light, where we work on the shadow and the inner child. So all the elements which are suppressed are also looked at. So all the stuck emotions is released. And then once the release is done, we work on the manifestation. So we give a very simple logic. Now, if you want to drink a glass of clean water and you have 1 glass of dirty water, okay, you wouldn't fill clean water inside and try to drink it. What you do is you empty the dirty water and you clean the glass before you fill it with clean water. Okay, you don't just put the clean water, you clean the glass as well, and then you empty it, clean it, and then you fill it with the right water. That's the approach we are literally following. When we consider these 4 things coming together. So it's very easy. All the techniques have been actually made very simple. Whatever we are working with NQH is made very simple. Instead of complicating it or making it rigid, that, okay, 1 + 1 is only going to equal to 2. It doesn't work that way, because you're intuitive. If you're a healer, you're naturally intuitive. So the whole point of NQH is it comes from within. You may feel like, no, this is what is needed for the client, or this is what I'm feeling most connected to. I need to put that in. If I'm already practicing a healing modality for years and years, I'm comfortable with it. I take NQH, I'll accelerate whatever I'm doing.
It is just going to amplify it.
All right. So that's just things I wanted to share before we go ahead.
Fantastic. Thank you for that. And, bringing and so just very quickly before I get the slides up, the offers up, you mentioned like there are 4 legs of a table. There are 4 pillars to NQH. Is it just 4 pillars, or do the pillars have
Yes, the pillars
work
techniques
happening?
under them. What we consider
Right.
is that each pillars has techniques under them. We've actually kept 4 small techniques, and you
Okay.
can mix and match them as per the requirement. So when we train, we actually give an entire worksheet that this is, if you have this client. So even if you're completely new to the healing and you're like, okay, you know what, I don't know how I'm going to manage it. We're giving you a template to start working it, and then you keep developing on your own. So you already have the foundation, like done for you. So you don't even need to worry about it. Go back to it. It's like school. That's how we are looking. It's like school. You have a textbook to start with, but then you're going to use your own mind. You're going to use your own
Right.
intuition. You're going to use your own energy system to supplement and grow from that.
And which techniques to use when and what kind of clients. This is like customized for all. It's like a roadmap given. If someone wants to work on an inner child, so there is an element of inner child that we do during the process of meditation. If somebody wants to do energy reconciliation, so we do that. Like we use different techniques of reconciliation and we do that. So it is like a roadmap that has been given. So step by step. So it is easier for to understand, to do it for yourself, by yourself and with your clients.
I'm just going to share this. Okay, we're not going to explain this, but I'm just going to quickly understand that when we do this, we are actually going into the right state. So like from the flow frequency, when we're working on the intuition, when we're doing the rewiring of the beliefs. So I know it may sound like, why are there 16 techniques, but they are made in such a simple way that they complement each other. And there is no complex procedure. The first thing that we decided, it should not be complicated. One thing that I found with certain modalities, I may not know anybody, is that there was rigidity. And I don't want rigidity because it's intuitive. You want to be intuitive. You want to be allowing to decide what needs to be put in.
And it is not necessary that you have to use all the 16 techniques with one client. This is all like if someone has a challenge with their subconscious or someone has a challenge with their emotion. So you can use these techniques from each pillar and make a roadmap and do that session with the client. So it is like customized.
So we are literally bringing the quantum world, the neuro world, and the chakra world together in a very systematic way to ensure that maximum results set in.
Fantastic. And in fact, some of these combinations is what we will experience further during the week. And in fact, correct me if I'm right here, even what you took us through today isn't just one, it is a combination of,
We already did a combination,
you already
mini
did a
combination today.
combination.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So, and again, because it was, sorry, Pankaj, you were saying something.
Yeah, so day after tomorrow on the second call, there will be more of it, and the last day there will be more of it where we'll work on manifestation.
In fact, if on call too, we may even welcome one of the participants to experience the reset of the emotion. So, they can actually come in and feel the difference. So
Right.
definitely something that you can experience.
That would be fantastic. And for now, let's just give everybody a glimpse into what you have ready for them. There is a gift from both of you for all of us. Thank you so much for that. It is an emotional freedom with NQH guided meditation MP3 plus a worksheet with it, which will have the instructions on how you can use it. You will get this with your call replay. So if anybody is still not registered in this last week, please register so that you can get all your lovely, amazing gifts from every speaker, including Dr. Amaey and Pankaj. So basically, what are we doing here? Transform your mind, emotions, and energy with NQH with Dr. Amaey Parekh and Pankaj S. Nikam.
Awesome.
Take it away.
Thank you, Neil. So we do have two options that are available. We call it package A and package B. Now, there may be some people who want to do primarily self-healing or healing just for loved ones. That's where the basic level comes in. That's package A. And for those who are looking to extend their healing, learn all the 16 modalities. In package A, we do 5, which are the basic requirement of, starting your self-healing journey. But if you want to learn all the 16 and apply it for yourself, for your loved ones, or professionally, then we call it the basic plus intermediate level, which is package B. So let's first talk about package A.
So in package A, why should you learn NQH? You will get fast, tangible results where we will help you release all those emotional blocks. You will instantly feel that shift in energy and will see real changes after one session. It works for everything from relationships, from health, from your money, career. It adapts to every area of your life. It has been customized for you and others. Flexible techniques, as you have seen those 16 techniques, you don't have to use all of those. You can customize it as per the needs of your client, as per their challenges.
And you're in the foundation, that's the basic level, we do 5 main techniques. Okay, so just making that clear. But you're able to use those 5 techniques that will encompass all the 4 pillars. So we take 1, 2 or main techniques from all the pillars. So you can start healing yourself and others with those itself. But if you want to do deeper healing or you want to work on, on the quantum level to that extent as we kind of experienced today, then package B would be the ideal answer for that. So in package A, of course, you will be getting all the tools necessary to do self-healing. If you're already practicing healing, it will boost whatever modality you're doing, whether you're doing Reiki, you're doing Theta healing, whether you're doing NLP, whatever you're doing, it will definitely boost. Okay, if you're also an occult practitioner or divination person, how to give solutions to your clients is kind of done in the package A to an extent as well. But on package B, we go into much more detail for the same. And even at the basic level, you are certified because it is our modality. We are the direct founders and creators of the modality. That means we teach you in detail about everything, how the theory goes behind NQH, how to put the exercises, what to do when we, in fact, make a self-healing protocol for you. So you can start doing self-healing and we supervise, and assist you in whatever way is possible. Next slide. So why should you, of course, learn from us? Because A, like we said, that we are, and as you all might have seen in the past 2 hours that we are talking, we are very detail oriented and we personally believe in doing hand holding whenever we want to teach. and you're learning directly from the founders. So all the way NQH works, every thought, principle, idea behind it is covered. You will experience real changes for yourself, for your loved ones, and you see the impact happening. Plus, like we said, it is going to be a complete live experience. Even if you want to watch the recordings are available for 1 year on the app. We talk about it. And there's going to be a group. So we are going to personally be monitoring you, personally giving you mentorship so that you can start applying NQH with confidence. It's not just theory.
Every technique will be practiced in the group with any feedback that has to be given. So you can create transformation for yourself and others. And we will also be giving you suggestions and advices and also audio of all the techniques to understand how it works. So it will be literally like hand holding to know what is the whole system.
And so the basic pro level, that is the foundation level, that's what we call it, where it is the first step towards becoming a professional NQH healer. So even if you do this, you will definitely be able to start doing healing for yourself, healing for your loved ones, maybe your friends. But professionally, this is not the indication. Okay, this is primarily to help you do self-healing and healing for your loved ones. And it will already open you to the quantum world. It will already help you to experience the energy and to tap into the alpha theta brainwave as well. Right? Now, in this, we additionally give you is 3 months of live, what's that live monthly Q&A. So whatever questions that you have, we have a monthly Q&A that happens to help you with that. There's already a dedicated WhatsApp group. So we are always, supporting on the WhatsApp group itself. Even if you have questions, we are here. Recordings will be available on an app for 1 year. Okay, from the training till the completion. So that's basically 1 year from the dates we'll announce. And our team will help you out with all of that. So no technical, even if you have technical challenges, don't worry. Our team is very, very efficient with that. We'll help you out in each and everything. And you do not require any additional material, any additional skills, or any additional, prerequisites. The only thing we ask is come with an open mind, with the intention to have the desire to heal yourself and heal your loved ones. That's the only intention you need. Yes.
Right. And just a quick question here, as you said, there's an app access that is provided for a year.
Correct.
Is it available both on Android and iPhone?
iOS? It is available on both Android and iOS, so it does not matter.
Fantastic.
We will give you, our team will help you with the login details, how to go through watch the recording, how to watch the video, everything will be covered. For those who are attending live, of course, the session is going to happen for a 2-day, program. I think it's the next slide. Okay, so on day 1, each day will be 6 hours. Okay, that will be from morning 10 a.m. to evening 4 p.m. IST, which may be difficult for those who are abroad, but don't worry, the recordings will be available and support will be provided by as a definite. Sorry, my dog has got a little active. And
No worries.
okay, so day 1, we will be literally talking about how Neuro Chakra came into being, what the 7 Neuro Chakras, how the brain and the chakras are connected, how they work on the emotional well-being.
And all the self-healing foundations where we'll use ERT techniques, how to identify and release those emotions.
And all the instant energy clearing. Today you experience instant energy clearing, how to actually go into detail of it, how to start scanning with your own energy, how to start sensing the blocks. All of this we cover on day 1. And day 2, we work on more of the, the Neuro Chakra flow reset. So we are doing a reset of the entire energy system. We're also working on the basic quantum visioning for manifestation, for goal alignment, and for bringing about changes, how to do basic, limiting belief work and start putting empowering beliefs instead in your entire cellular level. Then we move on to the practical. So we do live sessions there. You will be actually doing the healing for yourself and for, in the sessions. We'll be monitoring those closely. We'll be telling you how you can work on certain common issues, plus how to create your own self-healing protocol. This entirely from start to finish will be covered in these 2 days. Okay, this day 3 is basically now we're integrating, since it's instead of a 4 hour, we've been making it over a weekend, so Saturday, Sunday. So then we continue with this, which is the final segment. The segment is basically practice. Okay, it's more about, you see, we are very practical oriented. There's no point in just doing the theory. At the end of the day, you want to be able to do the healing experience. So how to combine the 5 techniques, how they come together, even in a singular session, how you can conduct that. So the full NQS session walkthrough is conducted. We do a live demo of the entire session, and we make you all also practice that. So a complete approach is taken.
And also we conduct an MCQ test after the healing sessions and practices are done. So we know that, you know, you understood what Neuro Chakra Quantum Healing is, because tomorrow if you're getting certified, it will be globally recognized. So for us, for you all to clear it, there will be a small MCQ test so that we can certify you as an NQH
Okay,
healer.
so practically we'll be seeing how you're doing the healing, and then of course we'll also analyze what you have done theoretically to understand the concepts of NQH. Today, when you explain it to your clients also or do it for yourself, you should be able to understand why you're doing it. That's how we are looking at.
Because it is all about becoming a scientific healer.
And we'll be giving you all the PDFs, the entire workbook that is given, audio files will be given for each and every technique. There will be a client session handbook that is also done, which you can use for yourself. The WhatsApp group is going to be given, the certification is given, and like we said, submission of 3 case studies. So basically you can do for yourself and 2 loved ones, and to analyze how did you approach, what did you do. So we do a very holistic approach to the healing to give you the maximum benefits and truly be able to be a healer. Okay. Plus, there are a lot of bonuses. We give you a special meditation.
Guided chakra healing meditation. It's a recording that will give you as a bonus. 3 live monthly Q&A sessions with which you can come with your doubts, your case studies, how your experience with your client, and we can discuss during that Q&A session. Bonus 3, there's an exclusive WhatsApp group access that you will be connected with us. Whenever you have any challenges during the healing, we can always discuss that. We are always there on that WhatsApp group online, which will help you. There is a recording of mini workshop on manifestation that we will provide you with this enrollment as a bonus, and client case support for 1 client. This is something which we always do. Like if you face any kind of challenge during a client, if you are doing a client and you feel that there is something that, you know, you're not able to tackle it or not able to understand what is the belief, we will help you and assist you with that case also with your first client. And lifetime access to all 3 replays from the summit.
Okay.
And just very quickly here, Dr. Amaey, Pankaj, especially, you know, because we have constantly new people joining us all the time, and they might be wondering, what does the 3 call replays from the summit lifetime access mean? Even though this summit, to join the summit is free, the access to any of the call replays will go away as soon as the summit is over. So it is only when you purchase, whatever offer is on hand, only those calls you get access to, which is why it is a bonus that is there for you. So every now and then I keep explaining that, because like I said, we have constantly new people joining in. So they might be wondering, it's a free summit, why this is okay.
So the dates that have been planned are the 17th and the 18th of May, which are Saturday and Sunday. It is India time 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern time 12:30 a.m. to 6:30 a.m. So we understand that it will be a little difficult, but we don't worry. We are here to support, okay, because we actually do have healers all across the globe already. So you can just not worry about it. Since it's a live program, and you get this basic healer certificate. That's the certificate that you get as a basic level Neuro Chakra Quantum Healer. So you'll be given this certification once you've done the necessary prerequisites, which we have explained already. So now the original price of this actual basic level is, $885 US dollars or 67,496. But only for this summit, there is a very special price, which is only at rupees 9999. That's US dollars 132. You're basically saving 85%. That's a huge saving. And all that we have promised you in detail, imagine 12 hours of live sessions plus all the bonuses, learning in detail of what NQH all is. And if you're a VIP member, you get an additional 10% savings. So all these options are available. There's an EMI, which is with 0 interest available. The team at Mystic Lotus will be happy to assist you with that as well. So this is for package A, which is the basic level. Now, for those who are seriously looking to become professional healers, are already healers, or want to expand their expertise in some way or the other, this is your stepping stone. This literally helps you to get all the knowledge that you would require to handle any case that comes to you. With NQH, you can tackle it all. So we incorporate all the 16 techniques. You've already covered 5 in the basic level. All the remaining are covered in this. Here you do a lot of practical application. So here, more than theory, it's all about practical approaches. You do a lot of casework, you do development of your skills, you do group work, how to facilitate, all of that is covered, including how to actually conduct sessions, how to build the rapport with clients, what you need to take care of, how would you need to actually handle sessions. All of this is explained at the intermediate level. So, of course, the advanced techniques are included, whatever, even ERT 2.0 is brought about where shadow triggers come in, which are one of the most powerful techniques. There's a lot of emphasis here, especially on supporting and healing others.
And we work more deeply with emotions and energy, where, as Amey mentioned, that we do ERT 2.0 with shadow triggers, inner child and shadow. There is more emphasis on facilitation, like how to be focused on transitioning participants from their self-healing to supporting others and helping others. There is like something called dynamic group work, which also incorporates advanced group healing sessions, which will help you demonstrate collective energy potential. There is a practical application in that which includes stimulated healing scenarios and participant-led sessions for real-world practice. Like you can do it when you're doing a group session, the energies are really different there. And also when you will be incorporating basic and intermediate, you will be preparing yourself to become the master of NQH, where in level 3, where we emphasize on holistic healing and professional application, like how you can make this as your own business.
So in this, of course, you get the certificate that you are a basic and intermediate level healer. If you already, you get 2 certificates as per your requirements. So this is the next level of healing. Here you get a complete NQH healing meditation. This is a special bonus because this incorporates a 30-minute detailed self-healing, experience, which is very, very powerful. In fact, it's something that Pankaj and I do regularly every day. It's our dedicated healing. That it's so powerful. Plus, here instead of 3 months, you get 6 months of Q&A. You get advanced healing templates. You will actually get meditation blueprints, client session handbook, and this is the way you need to go about when you have such clients. What you need to look at, how you need to go about it. You get a manifestation mastery workshop recording. This is all how you would change the way you look at manifestation altogether. Personalized mentorship, because this is even much more detailed than basic. It's literally us hand holding to another level. And like we said, like Neil was already explained, you get lifetime access to the 3 calls.
Once you register.
Right. And just a quick question for clarity here. P6 live monthly Q&A is including the 3 from the basic level.
Yes, it's
The
including
3 + 3.
3 + 3. Yes.
Right. Okay. And the manifestation mastery workshop is a recording.
Yes, it's a recording, but it's
Okay.
a detailed recording. In that, you just get the mini workshop, okay, which is about 2. But here you get a 5 to 6 hour workshop on manifestation, which by itself is extremely powerful.
Fantastic.
So the dates for the intermediate level are at the 24th and the 25th of May. So that's 1 weekend after the other weekend. The timings will remain the same. That's a total of 24 hours over 4 days. It's going to be a very intensive, but a very fun, and of course, a very experiential learning that we're looking at. In the intermediate level, the original price is $1272 US. That's 96,996 rupees. But again, for the summit, there's a very special price.
$197 US, and in Indian rupees, it's 14,999, where you save 84% and additional 10% savings for the VIP members.
So you get the basic plus the intermediate level at only 14,999 by itself. I think is a incredible offer which you would not get anywhere. And after the summit, it is not ever going to be available anywhere. Okay, this is only and only for this awesome healers summit, because we really, really want to help you discover the part of scientific healing through the power of Neuro Chakra Quantum Healing. So you get both the options, either the basic level or the basic plus intermediate level. And this is definitely going to be completely transforming your life and the life of others.
And there you have it, people. Clear your mind, balance your emotions, and align your energy with NQH. Do not forget the TM, which is trademark on top. Healing with Dr. Amaey and Pankaj. You know, thank you for these offers. And as you have said and proven throughout the call that you're detail oriented people, so you can see even with the course content what is being done, and whether it's basic or basic plus intermediary, it's all very sorted and put together. And like you said, you have ready stuff for people to start using, even if they've never learned anything
Yes,
before.
absolutely.
So you have everything organized for anybody who wants to take this on. And I know we've taken a lot of your time, so much so to the extent that your dog has come and said, "What are you doing away from me for so long?" So, if I may ask, what's your dog's name, Dr. Amaey?
He's a beagle. He's a 4-year-old beagle named Milo.
Milo? Milo. Okay, so if Milo can hear me, Milo, we're going to take just a few more minutes of Amey's time. Please forgive us. So because Shobha, come just because Shobha, I know she wanted to say something, and we do want to, if we've taken somebody's name, we want to ensure that it's sorted and taken care of before we say bye to everyone. And Shobha, are you lying down? Are you comfortable to talk? Or if you want to write in the group, and Dr. Amaey and Pankaj can revert there also.
There are any questions, any sharings
yeah.
on this day, please feel free to let us know. We'll be happy to answer any questions, or if anybody wants to just say something, we'll be happy to hear from you.
Absolutely. Shobha, I'm going to, in case you haven't heard me, I'm giving you a minute to see if you want to come on, and I'll quickly ask you a few questions on behalf of everybody, Dr. Amaey and Pankaj, which is, again, I think I had already asked one question in the beginning. Do I need to know any of these modalities in order to learn it, which you had cleared to say no? And in fact, this is, I think, part of questions that you're probably very frequently asked. So just putting it out there for you. For example, if somebody is already practicing Reiki or Theta or NLP or anything else, will NQH still be useful for them? I know it's a repetitive question. You've just explained how it will be useful, but please answer it one more time.
Of course. So there is never any unlearning. There is only more learning and amplifying. So even if you're a Theta healer, even if you're a Reiki practitioner, a pranic healer, through NQS, you're only going to amplify. So, like for example, the way you flow energy, that will probably increase faster. You start feeling more energy. Plus, you'll also be doing mind rewiring, which you may kind of have missed out in some other ways. But here you'll understand that, and you'll increase it. So your manifestation, even when you're doing manifestation work in Reiki, when we're sending energy, when you add the quantum, part to it, you're increasing the manifestation much faster. So you're only going to amplify whatever you're doing. Even if for pranic healing, I'm a pranic healer, so that was one of the first modalities. There are steps that you have to go through, to scan every chakra, you have to do everything. So here, just scanning also becomes faster, easier, okay, more intuitive based. And you kind of also have a roadmap, which is more your based, you based, I would say, rather than a necessary structure based. So whether you're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, doesn't matter. It's only going to improve.
Fantastic. I think that is primarily that was the primary question, including, in fact, maybe one last question, which is, there are people who've been learning and training for so long. They're like masters and experts in what they do. Would this become would it be too basic for them, or will it enhance their set as well?
Absolutely not. Like I said, I'm not joking. I'm just sharing this number, but I spent more than 13 lakh rupees on learning healing modalities, because I was always just curious to know more, to know more, to know more. And this NQH has been developed out of that expertise of bringing things together. So even if you're an expert, you're only going to build up more. You're going to change the way you're looking at healing. And that's the insight we wanted to bring in even today, that the way you're looking at healing is going to change. The way you conduct your sessions is going to change. Improve. I would say improve. I will not say change. It will improve, because the way of handling clients, the way of considering the client as a holistic, in mind, energy, emotion, that's going to always improve on. So even if you're an expert healer, NQH at least I would say then you should be at the intermediate level, not at, just the basic level, because
Yeah.
then you've
Right.
already crossed that. Yeah.
Absolutely. And on that note, and I'm not seeing Shobha also, no worries. Shobha, we'll catch you on the group or we'll catch you on call 2. Of course, we have you for 2 more calls, but there's lots more that's coming up this week, people. If you
Definitely.
thought you have figured out what NQH is all about,
This
there
is
is
just the
more.
tip of the
This
iceberg.
is just the tip of the iceberg. So before, and I know we've spent quite some time today, and I greatly appreciate Dr. Amaey and Pankaj, you spending this time with us, explaining everything to us in such details, which weren't like going over. It was very simple, very practical, the way you put it down. So thank you so much. Thank everybody for being here for so long. Before we say our final goodbyes, any last words, Dr. Amaey and Pankaj?
Firstly, thank you to every participant who's been here, because I know it takes a lot of, your energy and time. Thank you to Mystic Lotus once again for having us over. And, just want to say that welcome to the world of Neuro Chakra Quantum Healing, because it's a new world, it's a new beginning. And I just want everybody to, take their first steps into it.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Neelu, and thank you, Mystic Lotus. And we can't wait to be on call 2 and share something more and something new concept about NQH.
Absolutely. And like you just said, Dr. Amaey, I'm just going to reiterate this. This is something new. It is something exciting. And when something new starts, and then a few years later, you can say, I was part of the beginning. I was part of the movement. This is your opportunity to be part of the movement at only 9,999 rupees or $132 at the basic level, and only 14,999 rupees or $197 at the basic and intermediate with Neuro Chakra Quantum Healing. For the last and final time, good night, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. We will see you on Thursday,
so much.
6:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time, same place, same platform.
See you again. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye. Take care, everybody.
Say good night to Milo.
Good night.
Good Milo.
All right. Hope everybody had a wonderful